Hey everybody, it's Rock Mixer, and today we're going to do a review and demo of Hertz Drums. This is the new version. I've done videos in the past of Hertz Drums, but this is the new improved version, which is faster load times of the samples, bunch of new great features, and I'm sure a bunch of bug fixes as well. So with that, let me just go over the main interface. This is the main window you see when you first load the plugin. This is the drum kit. And you'll see there's a lot of drums on this drum kit. You don't have to use them all, but they're there. I believe they have a sale going on now, 20% off for the basic bundle, which gives you the white pack, the blue pack, and the red pack. Today I'm going to show you a new pack, which is called the Fame and Fury pack. And we're going to demonstrate the Fat Room preset. Keep in mind that you can mix and match any drum from any preset, so you can make up your own kits, and you can also sample your own drums, but I don't think there's any need to, because you have such a great variety of amazing sample drums that they give you, which were meticulously done on a Neve console. So they really went all out, made some incredible samples here. So let's go through this kit. You have your kick drum, and you have both. Okay, you have your snare. Let's go through the toms. Okay. Then you have your hi-hat. Splash cymbals, you have two of them. And that. And then your crash cymbals. And then you have these little crash cymbals. And then you have this little bell ride thing here. And then you have the regular ride. Now, these crash cymbals also give you the ability to choke, as well as now in the new version you can choke on the splash cymbals and these other cymbals as well. You also have side stick and many different articulations of the snare drum. Here is the mixer, and what I love about this mixer is every drum is on the mixer. So you can mix this entire kit inside the plugin. If you click on this, you'll get the rest of the drums you'll see. And you even get overheads, room, and reverb. And then if you hit groups, you can mix all the grouped drums, like these two kicks, go to this group. All the toms go to this group. So you have a lot of flexibility on how you're going to mix your drums. Next thing we're going to do is let's go to the snare. And in this window, you have your basic controls for this snare drum. So you'll see you have a trim knob, which is volume. You can, adjust the volume of each drum so you get your kit balanced to your liking. You have three different microphone choices, which is really cool because they've sampled these drums with three different microphones. So if you hit A, you'll see it just loaded. You can hear what that sounds like. Here's C, loaded, a little different, and back to B. That's really cool. So you have a lot of choices right there and a lot of variables. You can really get a lot of great sounds. Then you have pitch control. Obviously that'll change the pitch of the drum. Then you have four different settings here. You have your direct mic, you have your overhead mic, you have a sub mic, and then you have a send to the effects. So you can adjust these and really dial in the sound you want. Like if I bring up the overhead, check this out. If I take away the overhead, all right, if I take away the effects, see that? On each one of these mic settings, you can change the phasing. So if you want to try and you put that out of phase, you might like the way that sounds better. Okay, so what this section does is this controls the room and the reverb. If you take this little dot and bring it down over here, we are lowering the room and the reverb. So take a listen, right? And now if I bring the room up, take a listen. And if I just bring the reverb up, take a listen. And now if I bring them both up to about here, You get a nice blend. All right, so these are your velocity settings. If you want, you can bring this all the way up to 127, and now you won't have any velocity. It'll just hit that hard every time. This is your maximum velocity, and that's your minimum. So you can set those accordingly. And then this is a dynamics knob, and this will set a dynamic curve to the overall settings. You can also reverse this drum by just hitting this. And you can change the length by adjusting this knob. All right, so this is an interesting section. This is the attack, decay, all that fun stuff, and you can adjust that by just taking this. Like for instance, I can bring that down. Listen now. All right, let's bring this up. Let's bring this up and this over. Whoops. Let's see. So that's the attack right here. If I bring it right here, now I'm right on the attack. If I move this down a little bit, hear that? Now listen to it here. All right, I could change the curves on how it decays. And I can also adjust on any one of these mic settings. So if I go direct, now I'm just adjusting on the direct mic. Okay? So you just got to play with this and get it to what you like. Just note though, you can only choose one of these. So, one at a time. See how I'm choking it now? See how I changed the decay of the drum? And I can change the curve here. So with these controls, you can really dial in this drum, any of these drums, to whatever you want. Hear that? How tight that is now? And if I want, I could add a little more reverb to it. So it's, it got a little bit of that. And I could add more room to it. Right? So it all depends on the sound you want, but you can really work these drums. And again, you can mix them here, pan them here, solo, mute, all that fun stuff. You also have a master dynamics knob here, and you also have a master volume here. So here is the library sampler tab. This is where you can load instruments, change things around. This is really cool. I will show you how this works. So right now we're on the snare drum, right? Okay. And you'll see that this is green over here. So this is mic B. All right. And it's showing that it's the Titan snare from the Fame and Fury pack. And if I go to the next one, it's the core snare from the Fame and Fury, and so on. That's the wood snare from the blue. And there's the red snare. So let's say I want this snare, right? The core snare from the Fame and Fury pack. All I have to do is right click and it'll make that one active. I could also listen to the different variations here. I'm going to go back to that mic though. And same, any drum you click on, there's the kick. So let's say I like this kick from the red pack over here. I just click on that, right click. Right? So I'm mixing and matching the packs and the drums. Okay? Which is really cool. And you can do that with cymbals. You can do that with toms, really everything that's here. Hi-hat, everything. So it's really cool. All right, next we have the grooves. Now, I don't really use the grooves too much because I create my own drums. So, but what's cool about grooves is it gives you a bunch of great stuff. So here's rock grooves, 4x4. Let's go with a tempo of 94. And here are some hi-hat beats. Right? And let's check out some intros. Then you got fills, snare fills. Got tom fills. You got snare and tom. And they're pretty amazing, and you can just grab them and drag them into your workstation. You just drag them out to the MIDI file, and they're right there, and then you can manipulate them any way you need to. Next thing, again, here is where you select the preset, and again, I'm on the Fame and Fury Fat Room, okay? But I can go to any of the other packs I have installed. And speaking of packs, let's say I downloaded a new pack from Hertz. I can simply go to this little wheel here, right? And I hit the plus sign here, and I just select wherever I have the new library and just add it right in. It's that simple. Very easy to do. You can also adjust the performance of the drums depending on your CPU power. Medium performance works great, but you can go to high performance if you have a fast computer. I'm fine with the medium performance. It sounds great. Okay, so this is the output section, and this is where you assign each drum to an output. So, for instance, I can assign all these drums to separate outputs, and I can also do multi-out. See, now they're all set to multi-out, and I can undo that, and I'm back over here. And you can mix and match and choose channels accordingly. So it makes it very simple to output your drums. You just have to set up in your workstation different channels if you want to do it that way. But again, the internal mixer in this thing is great. So the only time that I would even use this, which is a great thing, I might only use this for certain drums. Maybe I'll just send the kick and snare to separate channels so I can process them separately through EQ and things like that if I want to. But it really gives you a lot of flexibility and variables. All right, so next on the list is MIDI. This is where you assign your MIDI notes to the drum. So, for instance, this kick drum is set to B0. If I want to change that, I can just click that and pick whichever one I want. And you can also load your own presets and reset. All right, so check out this. This is what I programmed. Here's something you can hear with this kit. I'm going to reset this. I just want to reset this to the preset. Yeah, go back to mixer. And you can hear what I've programmed. So let's listen to some of the other presets in the new Fame and Fury pack. As Daylight Dies. All right, let's check out Miracle. See what these sound like. Let's check out the Select Difficulty preset drums. check out Sepiternal drums. They're only chasing safety. And last but not least, we are going to check out Watch the World Burn. Yeah, I like that. I like that. All right. So again, this is Hertz Drums, and this is the new Fame and Fury pack, which we just went through all the presets. I took you through the main sections of this plugin and showed you how to change and manipulate all the sounds, how to change the outputs, how to assign MIDI, how to load new sample packs. Again, this thing is so flexible, and you can do a lot to it to really hone in and get the sound you're looking for. But I got to tell you, you probably won't need to do too much of that, because these sample packs that they have and these presets are so good that I really think they're going to work for most situations with very little tweaking. So check them out, Hertz Drums. I will leave a link in the description. They do have a sale going on right now. It's hertzinstruments.com. I'll leave a link in the bio. You definitely want to check these out. There's different ways to buy them. You can buy different bundles with different drum packs. I think the main one is the red, blue, and the white pack. And there's one with a rock metal pack, I think. And now the new pack that's going to be coming out soon, the Fame and Fury pack, which is probably not out yet, but it's coming out anytime soon. So again, thank you for watching the video, and we'll see you on the next one.